Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what goes through their mind when they see you for the person on your mind. Have you ever felt like someone's secretly against you, where there's a weird energy there and you just can't figure out why? Well, that happened to me recently with friendship drama, and I know you love a little tea, so I'll share without giving too much away. And let me tell you, what I discovered completely shocked me. To get clarity, I tried something that actually works thanks to today's video partner, Psychic Source. Some friends of mine started having their own conversations without me. At first, I tried to not take it personally, but then the little petty, passive-aggressive comments and jabs started. Someone else pointed this out to me, and I realized something is off. So that's when I booked 3 different psychics and Psychic Source to see if I'd get similar messages, and I did. The first psychic told me that one of them basically stopped me from growing the other friendships and that they're not real friends. The second psychic said something very similar, that they're fake, shallow, jealous, and that I intimidate them, which I didn't expect. She said that they act helpful but aren't really supportive, which is such weird behavior in my opinion. Now, the third psychic told me something that literally blew my mind. She revealed that gossip twisted how they saw me and that others' lies had affected the group dynamic. And I just don't get why you would believe somebody else's lies over asking me the truth. Suddenly, I could see my blind spots and who I couldn't trust. I didn't want to stop with just one reading. I wanted to be sure. After talking to all the 3 different psychics, what amazed me was how their insights lined up. Each one gave me a piece of the puzzle that helped me see the bigger picture. That is the beauty of Psychic Source. You're not limited to one style or one perspective. You can choose how you want your reading, whether by phone, video, or chat, whatever feels most comfortable. And because only 2% of applicants are accepted, you know you're connecting with someone truly gifted. And if it doesn't resonate, they have a satisfaction guarantee. Their accuracy was scary in the best way. They knew exactly what happened as if they were there, and it helped me see the situation clearly. If you need answers like me about love, career, or anything in life, Psychic Source is hooking up new customers in my community with a special deal. Use my code Siren at trypsychicsource.com/siren when checking out, or you can use my link in the description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. For a limited time, you can get 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. No other service comes close to offering this kind of deal. Don't wait, find the clarity you need today. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity, which I really respect and admire. Thank you to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile 1, we have Petrified Wood with the 10 of Pentacles reverse. For pile 2, we have the Soul Crystal with the Hanged Man. And for pile 3, we have Angelite with the 3 of Swords reverse. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever one you're most drawn to with this person in mind. So once you are done picking a pile, you can find your timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Petrified Wood and the 10 of Pentacles reversed, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what goes through their mind when they see you for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now. Spirit guides of pile 1, please tap me into the energy of the person on pile 1's mind, and please show me what goes through their mind when they see pile 1. What goes through their mind when they see pile 1? So we have the Sun card, Then we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up reverse. Then we have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So firstly, whenever they see you, they notice little things to do with your appearance, like, for example, maybe the way you've done your makeup, the way you styled your hair. They notice like little things about your appearance, admiring it. Now, I do feel this energy from them immediately that there's something they're not quite being honest about with you, and whenever they see you, they think of telling you the truth, but they don't exactly know how. It's like one side of them tells them to keep quiet and keep lying and keep like hiding whatever this is, and another part of them tells them that they should tell you the truth. It's kind of like two sides of them fighting, having some kind of inner conflict on what to do, right? So I'm not sure what this is about exactly, but it doesn't have to necessarily be bad. It could be something small, and like them wanting to tell you the truth about that. Whenever they see you, this is not related to you, but they're always thinking about the chores they have to do or the things on their to-do list that they have to do. Maybe this is just a very busy person, and even when they're hanging out with people, they still stress about what they have to do later or tomorrow. I am seeing them kind of fantasize about where they see the connection kind of progressing, whether this is platonic, romantic. They do kind of fantasize and daydream about that right before they're about to see you, but also when they're around you. So I'm asking, where do they see this connection progressing? For more information on that. And I am seeing this energy of playing house if you're in a relationship, becoming spoiled by you, or like being spoiled by you in some way. If this is a friendship, then I could see it as like doing reckless fun things together. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And it makes sense because we have the sun here. Like, I'm seeing two people just like impulsively decide to dye their hair together or something. But they're kind of scared that this ends in heartbreak, because I'm seeing heartbreak in my mind's eye. Whenever they see you, they think of fixing things with you if you do have any issues in your relationship, or if you have had issues prior that you're like trying to fix together and trying to get through. I do see them like thinking about how they could maybe do that. I also see them wanting to almost merge with you, become one with you. I don't know how to really explain that, but I'm getting this vibe of them like wanting to cling to you or wanting to be around you all the time, never wanting the day to end whenever they are around you. It's like they just want to prolong whatever meeting you guys have. I keep seeing them admire your beauty, and if this is romantic, I see them admiring your body. Specifically, I'm seeing a very voluptuous body shape, curvy body shape, but regardless of your body shape, this is just what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm seeing like someone with bigger breasts, so you know, if you do have that kind of body type, then maybe that message is especially for you. But even if you don't, there's still something about admiring your body coming through. And all body types are beautiful. This is just what I'm channeling. I am now seeing a plaster. So again, there's something about like wanting to fix or heal things in your connection, or fix or heal things for you, like if you're going through things on your own. I'm also seeing this energy of like keys, an apartment, a house. So maybe they're thinking about, like, for example, if you're friends, maybe they're thinking about like moving in together and becoming roommates. Or let's say this is a romantic connection and you don't live together yet, maybe they're thinking of that, or thinking of getting a bigger place or something. Something to do with the home is coming through. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, then just ignore it. But with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed, this person does stress about their financial stability a lot, whenever they're around you, but also whenever they're alone. That's just something that always goes through their mind, like stressing about the finances, stressing about the future, and trying to secure that future for themselves. They feel as though you two go perfectly together. You might not be completely similar, but you match well. You're compatible, and they want to make certain promises to you that they never want to break. I'm seeing like salt and pepper together, so obviously, you know, salt and pepper goes together, and that's why I'm saying that, like, you're not completely similar, but you match well together, and that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. They are also thinking of telling you the tea. This could be tea about other people's lives, their own life, things they've heard. But whenever they see you, they think about telling you about like gossip they've heard or gossip they want to tell you. They also think about like asking you what they should do whenever this person has to make a decision and they're confused on which direction to go in, where they just like have so many choices in front of them and they're not sure what to choose. They always feel like coming to you for your input and your advice, because you do really help them maybe gain clarity on that, or maybe like weigh out the options, like take out the options they don't necessarily want. So yeah, whenever they can feel confused on what to do, they feel like coming to you for advice on that, and that's what goes through their mind when they're around you. If they have a kid and this is romantic, then maybe they are thinking of letting you meet their kid, or like going on like some kind of family outing. Or if you have kids together, then I could see this as like maybe they're thinking about your kids like while you're together. Or this could be like if you are planning to have children with this person, then that could be the case. Maybe they're thinking of your future children. If this is platonic, could be thinking of their own children. Whatever it is, take it how it resonates. I feel for a lot of you, you're asking about someone that kind of feels like a partner in crime, where, you know, if somebody messes with one of you, they mess with both of you. And so again, I'm seeing this energy in my mind's eye of like, let's go do reckless dumb shit together. I'm sorry for my language, but that's what's coming through. Like, I'm seeing one person hurt, let's say, a friend of yours, and now this friend is telling you about it, and you guys like go and fight a person or something. Of course, I'm not saying you should go do that, but this is just what I'm channeling in the energy. Okay, now I'm seeing something very different from what I've seen before in the energy. If you have had certain issues come up with this person, I feel like this person's in therapy right now, or they're talking to someone they trust about like whatever issues they're going through in their personal life, in their relationships, etc. And so certain things have happened in your relationship from time to time, occasionally, where maybe you guys upset each other, disappoint one another, or something like that. And I feel like this person thinks about what the therapist said, or thinks about what that other person said that was like listening to them, giving them advice about the situation with you. So I'm not sure what that is exactly, what the therapist said to them, but it's kind of like they're thinking about that, because I'm seeing a therapist chair in my mind's eye, and I'm seeing them talk about like certain issues you went through. Yeah, I keep getting that this person is very impulsive, reckless. So in their mind, they're even thinking of doing impulsive, reckless things whenever they're around you, which maybe doesn't have anything to do with you, maybe it does, but that's what's coming through because of who they are as a person. Something about coming up with some kind of like secret handshake or secret greeting or something like that for someone. They're also thinking of buying you a gift and thinking about what to get you, especially if you have a birthday coming up soon, or I know it's still like August at the time I'm recording this, but you know, some people Christmas plan like early. Or maybe they're just thinking of getting you a gift out of the blue, even if there's no special occasion. I'm even seeing something about like wanting to get tattoos together or something. Or like go travel together, like do something fun. So whenever they're around you, they're thinking about like plans you can make in the future. And if this is like a friendship between two women, I'm seeing you two like go to the spa together, get your hair done together, something like that's coming through, or like get pedicures together. If this is a friendship, they want to tell you about a new relationship they just got in, or if they're starting to see an ex again, like they want to tell you about it, but they don't know how you're going to react to it yet. And I feel like you might find out soon. This is not for everybody, but like if you suspect your friend is like seeing an ex sneakily, I'm seeing an energy like that, because I'm seeing like someone get in the shower with their ex and they're like kissing the person in the shower, and then you come in and there's like a shower curtain, right? And then the person like falls out of the shower and then the secret's revealed. So it doesn't have to be literal like that, but maybe there's something about like wanting to reveal a juicy secret. It doesn't have to be about love, but like some kind of secret or something they haven't told you yet that they're not really sure how you're gonna react to. Maybe that's what I was picking up on in the beginning when I said like this person isn't being completely honest about something, hiding something. It doesn't have to be deep, but yeah, maybe every time they see you, they think of telling you. Their conscious is kind of like urging them to tell you the truth. Yeah, now I'm seeing like two friends get their eyelashes done together. So some of you could be asking about like a friend. Whenever they see you, they also think of asking for your help in regards to things they have to do, like their responsibilities. When they're really overwhelmed, they sometimes think of asking you for help. Whether they actually do ask you or not, that's just what's coming through. So, spirit guides of pile 1, what goes through their mind when they see pile 1 for the person on pile 1's mind? So we have the King of Wands, we have the Chariot, we have the Queen of Swords. I'm now hearing the word adventure, so like I keep getting this energy of like wanting to travel with you, wanting to like do little things like that, creating like imaginary scenarios in their mind of what they would want to happen next. So there's also something about like wanting to go party together or something like that, like get drunk together, something like that. Or I'm getting this energy of like sexual thoughts, because I'm hearing that song. I'm trying to remember how it goes. I was hearing it for a second now. That one that goes like, touch me till I get my satisfaction or something like that, that club song. So that's why I say, since it's a kind of club song, it's reminding me of like going partying, clubbing, and then it has like a sexual tone to it, so I'm also getting sexual thoughts. Okay, so I also see this energy of, again, like heavy attraction if this is romantic. They see you as like an angel that was sent to them, where it's kind of like they see you as a blessing. There's so much appreciation here in their heart whenever they're around you. And they're just so grateful for having a person like you, whether you're a friend, a lover, they're just so grateful. They're also grateful for the fact that you're so protective over them and so loyal to them. Okay, I'm gonna sound really crazy for saying this, but this is the vision I'm seeing. I'm not sure if I should say this or not, but okay. I'm seeing this vision of some kind of spirit, like almost go into this person's body for a second, and then like the spirit almost looks like smoke going through their nose, through their mouth. And then for a second or a few seconds, let's say they insult you, they say something harsh or rude to you, and then after that the spirit leaves. Now, I'm not the type of psychic that believes in like possession and stuff like that. I don't want to believe in things like that, but perhaps there are certain external forces creating friction or conflict between the two of you when you do see each other in person. And I feel like sometimes I've seen that with people where, let's say, someone is, you know, having maybe like a great destiny or something, and then the friends around them or the people around them will kind of be influenced by spirits, where that spirit like influences that person to do something negative to that person. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't take responsibility for their own actions, because they should, but I do think that some people are maybe like susceptible to being influenced by certain spirits. And I don't know why that's coming through in this reading. It's so random, but that's what I'm seeing. So just pray or cleanse your energy. I don't really know what advice to give about that, but I guess prayer would work maybe. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but this is just what I see. Anyways, moving back to the topic, I don't want to go off topic. I also see this energy of like wanting to take pictures together, because maybe you guys never take pictures together, and like wanting to post it online whenever they see you, especially if you're really dressed up nice. What also goes through their mind when they see you is that you're so sweet. You also have them wrapped around your finger, whether you know it or not. This person has a soft spot for you, and they would do anything for you, and I mean literally anything. So that's what goes through their mind when they see you. They're also thinking of experimenting with and trying new things. That could be like going to a new restaurant, like anything at all, but I see them like kind of wanting to do it with you. They also think you smell really good whenever they're around you. I see them like wanting to tell you about something embarrassing that happened to them, where they'd laugh about it. And like, let's say you two are together and you're somewhere in public and someone else is annoying them. I see them almost like thinking about it in that moment, trying to make a face at you so that you see, not that they're annoyed with you, but it's kind of like that, not telepathic communication, but you know when you look at someone and you can see that they're annoyed by someone else just by their facial expression. I'm seeing that. Maybe this person's easily irritable, or maybe this is a specific situation you were in together. This person is also very like observant and a little bit nosy into other people's lives and business. And so every time they're with you, they're thinking about those things. Like I said, for most of you, I kept feeling a friendship energy, platonic energy coming through in this pile. So I think that is all I'm able to channel for you. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi, how to. If you chose the Salt Crystal and the Hanged Man card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what goes through their mind when they see you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now. So I am seeing this clairvoyantly, and I'm seeing this image of like this person at work, and you're about to see each other, but then they get caught up with work later than expected. Like maybe they get put into a meeting, or maybe their boss like puts more work on their table, or tells them like last minute you have to work overtime. And I see them like being so disappointed in themselves because maybe they really wanted to see you. And it doesn't have to be work, but I'm seeing situations, maybe this has happened once or twice or like a few times with this person, where they want to see you that day and then they have to kind of cancel on you last minute. Not because they didn't want to see you, but because something came up or something happened. And so there's like this feeling of irritation with that thing that's like preventing them from seeing you. Like maybe they really wanted to see you that day and then they had to cancel, and it really disappointed them because they wanted to be around you. They were excited for that, and now those plans got ruined. So if this person ever does come across as flighty, although it may like hurt or disappoint you in the moment, and I'm not trying to excuse that, like of course they should still communicate that with you. I don't feel like it's coming from a place of like wanting to be that way or wanting to cancel on you last minute. So we have the card Call in the reverse. We have Ten of Swords reverse. Then we have the Transformation card, as well as the Two of Cups. I see this person feeling really guilty and feeling bad for maybe plans that have fell through, or not being the best communicator, because with Call in reverse, maybe this person doesn't always tell you everything that goes through their mind, or doesn't always tell you like what's going on in their life or communicate these little things. But I do get that this person feels extremely guilty and bad for maybe like disappointing you at times, maybe not always being there. And when they are around you, it's like they want to make the most of that time. Maybe some of you are in like long distance relationships, or this person's like really busy with work where you don't always get to see them all the time. So I'm getting that whenever they do get to see you, they really want to make the most of it and not feed into any negative thoughts while they're with you, and just enjoy the moment that you guys do have together. They wonder if you'll ever get tired of this. If that is the case, they will let you go. They don't want to trap you or like keep you without you wanting to be around. They want you to be happy, but that's not to say they won't be disappointed or sad to let you go. So I'm seeing them like wonder if this could lead to like a situation where you get fed up with it, like especially if they're always busy, or if there's like something where you don't see each other a lot. That's what's coming through for some of you. I see this person thinking in their mind whenever they're around you, like, don't say this, don't reveal this, and then they slip up and then they reveal it. I feel like, let's say this person knows something. It doesn't have to be something huge, it could be something small. Like, let's say they know something happened to another person, and now, you know, someone told them to not tell anybody, and now they kind of want to tell you, and they slip up and tell you anyways. I feel like this person can't keep their mouth shut around you. Like, whenever something's on their mind, they're like wanting to tell you about it immediately. They perhaps also get really clumsy around you because you make them nervous. For a lot of you, this could be a romantic connection. And they just find you so beautiful and mystical in some way. Like dreamy and ethereal. You make them feel free whenever they're near you. And you make them feel like they're kind of on top of the world. I see them like looking at you and you're talking, and they're just like getting lost in your eyes, where they don't even hear what you're saying anymore because your eyes are just so beautiful. I see that every time they're near you, they could be the type to like want to pay for little things. Like, let's say you go get coffee together or lunch or whatever. I see them like wanting to pay for everything and not wanting you to pay for anything, or just like wanting to be generous with their money, spoil you in some way. So I see them thinking about that whenever they're near you. Whenever they see you, they think that this love feels like a first love, feels like puppy love, even if they're not young, even if this isn't their first connection. It feels that way to them. Like this love feels kind of innocent in a way and pure, and it feels like it's just blossoming into more. Even in moments when this person thought that things would have ended, not because they wanted it to, but maybe because of the circumstances, you never left. I think sometimes this person feels like they're in limbo. They don't know where things are going next. They know that they want this connection to be something serious, and they do have serious feelings about you, even if they haven't communicated that. So that goes through their mind when they see you for sure. Like they just want this connection to transform into more, to change into more. But there is this feeling here of like being unsure of where things are headed, not because of them not knowing what they want. They know what they want, but they're afraid of like the circumstances tearing you two apart. I'm hearing the word glamour now, so whenever they see you or look at you, they think that you're very glamorous. And there's something about like appreciating each hour they're with you, like appreciating the minute that goes by. They never want any distance between the two of you. Like they want to be like so close with you where you're connected by the hip. And I feel like you guys are that type of couple or friendship or whatever kind of connection you have, where when you're together, like you don't always have to be doing something. You could just be chilling together, being on your phones and enjoying each other's presence. You could just be like watching a movie together, whatever it is. You even have like comfortable silence around one another. And I feel like this person enjoys spending time with you. It makes them really happy. So that's what goes through their mind when they see you. I'm hearing catch up, so especially if you don't see each other a lot, every time they see you, they want to catch up with you and they're thinking about that. I'm seeing Big Ben for some reason. The messenger of air. Maybe someone here lives in Europe. So the King of Swords, reverse. Then Patience. And we have the Seven of Wands, reverse. This person truly feels like they need you. Like they're kind of dependent on you. Like if you were not in their life, they would not be okay. That's kind of what they think whenever they see you. And each time they see you, they let their guard down a little bit more. They become a little bit more vulnerable. Even if this person isn't the type to talk about feelings, like they want to do that with you. They're hoping you can be patient with them as they figure things out, as they get their priorities in check. Because again, like they want this, they know where they want this connection to lead to, but they know that maybe their responsibilities and the circumstances right now aren't letting it happen. And so they're hoping you can kind of wait for them for the right moment and kind of like be patient as they figure things out so that they can make you a priority. It's not that they don't want to make you a priority. I think, like I said, for some of you, you're dealing with someone that's like so busy all the time that it's like they have no choice. And of course, you know, like when you're dating someone, you want them to make you a priority. You want them to make time for you even when they're busy. And that is a valid one to have. However, I am reading their perspective. So, you know, I see both sides of the situation and I can see how both people would feel in that situation. They're just hoping you don't leave. And they're hoping they don't lose you because of timing and the circumstances right now. They're hoping you don't get tired or frustrated with them or of them. And they're hoping you don't get bored of them either. Because like, especially if they're really busy and you have like other things you're doing, they're hoping that like someone else doesn't catch your attention and like you enjoy spending time with them more because maybe they're able to pay more attention to you. So I guess kind of like those fears run through their head when they see you. But then they tell themselves like, no, you're not like that. You wouldn't just do that. And if you were unhappy, you would speak to them about it. But sometimes those fears just kind of consume them in a way. They're hoping you don't play pretend with them, that, you know, if you feel something, that you'll communicate it to them and not keep quiet about it. Even if you don't like feel anything negative towards them, I think they overthink a little bit about that. They overthink about like where things are headed, and if you guys have a strong enough connection to maybe like withstand these circumstances at the moment that are undesirable for both of you. I see this person like wanting to make certain things up to you, of like how I said before, if they've been a little bit flighty, they want to make it up to you by getting you something, like buying you a handbag or something. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Doesn't have to be a handbag, but it could be getting something you really like. They know that it's not going to completely make up for it, but they're hoping they can maybe make the situation a little bit more bearable. And they feel as though they have to move fast with you. Otherwise, if they don't move fast enough, they might lose you in the process. So whenever they're around you, they feel like they need to take action quickly, otherwise they're going to lose you. Either this person has an abandonment wound, or there's certain things in your connection that make them feel insecure. Not that you're doing anything, but like, let's say how I said, let's say they're really busy all the time, and maybe they don't know what you're always doing, and they're afraid you get bored or like talk to somebody else, like another man or woman. And then, you know, that maybe makes them feel not the most secure in the connection. So it could be either one of those things that are causing those types of thoughts here whenever they're around you. But I just see this strong like fear of losing you and not wanting to do anything to contribute to that. So they kind of walk on eggshells, not because it's an unsafe environment, but because they just don't want to make the wrong move or mess things up or say the wrong thing. So I feel like that you kind of keep them on their toes a little bit in that way, where they just don't want to mess up. The Messenger of Water, the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so when you're talking to them, they want you to tell it as it is. Like, to not sugarcoat anything. Like, let's say you are feeling something. They want you to just tell the truth and not spare their feelings. I don't know why, but this is what they're thinking. Even if there's nothing you need to tell them, like maybe they're overthinking so much in their mind that they think you're gonna tell them something. Like call them out on something, if that makes sense. Anyways, I also see this energy of them like wanting to talk to you in a way that is very soft, emotional, caring. I see them like worrying about you, your well-being, if you've eaten, like just wanting to give you the best day ever, wanting to make you happy. I see that this is the type of person that sometimes sacrifices their own needs to make the other person happy. Like they're not gonna think about what makes them happy, they're gonna think about what makes the other person happy. And I see them doing that with you, which is really cute. They also picture the future with you, picture what they would want it to look like. Like, I don't really want this, I want this in the future. Kind of like imagining certain scenarios of what it would look like, potentially. Sometimes they do get jealous when somebody else looks at you or talks to you, and it could be something like so small. Like I said, for most of you, this feels like a romantic connection, but I'm seeing like you two at a restaurant together, for example, and the waiter or waitress talks to you and smiles at you, and this person gets a little bit jealous. So maybe jealous thoughts kind of go through their mind, like when another woman or man looks at you or tries to speak to you. or just the thought of like somebody else trying to speak to you would make them mad and jealous. They care about you so much. Their love runs so deep. It's very emotional. If they were to lose you, they would just cry and cry and cry. And I keep seeing images like that. So, you know, the same theme is playing over and over again. And I think that's kind of sad and exhausting that this person has to like continuously have those fears of losing you. Anyways, that is all I'm seeing for you, Pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this resonated down in the comments below. And I can't wait to see you next time. Hi there, my Pile 3s. If you chose the Angelite crystal and the Three of Swords reversed, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what goes through their mind when they see you for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now. So spirit guides of Pile 3, please tap me into the energy of the person on Pile 3's mind. And please show me what goes through their mind when they see pile number 3. What goes through their mind when they see pile 3? So for a lot of you, you could be asking about someone you have separated from. When I split the deck, the Eight of Cups is here, and then the Three of Swords reversed can talk about healing. That doesn't have to resonate with everybody, or you know, maybe you and this person could have had like an on and off relationship, or you guys could have had like issues in your relationship where you thought about leaving. Let's see what comes up in the cards though. What goes through their mind when they see pile number 3? So we have the Moon card showing up next. Then we have the Page of Cups reverse. Then we have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So at the back of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So if you have gone through a breakup or separation with this person and you still happen to see them in public, or they happen to see you on social media, then this is what they're thinking. I see them thinking that they wish they could have healed the connection while you still had the chance. And maybe now they are healing from the breakup, and let's say, for example, they are stalking your social media. It could be their way of kind of healing from the situation by feeling all the emotions associated to the breakup or separation, and kind of like going through all those emotions while they check out your page, for example, or see you in public. And there's kind of like a lot of regret showing up here of like what they didn't do, what they could have done, and what you guys could have had. So that's what they're thinking about. If you guys are still together but going through those issues, then perhaps this could be present tense, where they don't want to have those regrets in the future. They don't want to break up. They want to heal the connection right now. So take it as it resonates for you, but those are the two variations of the energy I see with your main indicator card. Especially if they have hurt you, there is this energy of like wanting to heal and come back together and maybe reconciliate to something like that. Or fix out, like put your differences aside, fix your issues together, etc. So that's what I see. Whenever they see you, they are very deep, I want to say volatile emotions that come up to the surface. I'm going to try see what emotions those are that they kind of think about. Okay, so for some of you, one emotion being present that comes up around you that they tend to think about is that you two can kind of be like oil and water. You don't mix well together, and you could have been very different in a way and maybe triggered each other in a way, or just didn't mesh well together, or maybe there was issues to do with the compatibility of the both of you, where it was maybe like hard to get along, hard to cohabitate, etc. Though I do see them like wanting to communicate with you and sort your differences out and try to see if there is a way to make it work, or if you have already tried to see if there's a way to make it work, then maybe they could be kind of like reminiscing on those moments, figuring out maybe like what they did wrong, where both of you went wrong, if you're already broken up. Now I'm seeing this image of someone like trying to paint over a wall that is kind of like, the paint is like kind of cracked. So that makes me think that maybe this person kind of tries to fix the problems in your connection, like I said before, but there's also this energy of like sweeping things under the rug, not addressing things that are currently present and trying to cover it up and make it better. But yes, making it better can make it better, if that makes sense, but if we just cover it up and don't address it, those same issues or problems could later come back to haunt us. So I see an energy like that present in their thoughts and feelings. Okay, now I'm seeing this energy of separation where the two of you are separated from each other, and then they keep trying to find you, being like, no, I'm separated from my other half, that kind of feeling. Keeping on feeling the need to find you, not wanting to be separated from you. So that could either be a fear of like not wanting to break up, or like I said, if you are separated or have gone through a breakup, then maybe they do miss you whenever they see you and those feelings come up, and they tend to come to the surface, and then maybe like whatever wasn't dealt with in your connection also comes up to the surface, but then they also like miss you at the same time, don't want to be separated from you. So now I'm seeing it like we're trying to glue something together, like according to us. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, if I'm making sense. So maybe they feel like they kind of want to be glued to you in a way, metaphorically, like they don't want you to separate, like I said before, or they regret separating. And they're wondering what will kind of make you stick together and not separate. Like if they were to come back to you, I kind of bit my cheek when I said that. So maybe if you are broken up, they're not really sure if they do want to yet, but they're kind of thinking about it. They don't want to say anything yet until they've made up their mind. But then they're wondering, like, if we do come back together, what will make us actually like stick together and not break up? And if you're not broken up, then this could be like how I said before, trying to figure out ways to make this connection work so that you can stick together in the long run. I see one very big issue here for some of you of disrespect, because I'm seeing someone like have a conflict with the other person, and then there's like words of disrespect coming out like shut up. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm saying that maybe for some of you, you are dealing with issues where this person is disrespecting you verbally. It doesn't have to be like the example I mentioned that I saw in my mind's eye, but there could be like maybe not verbal disrespect for all of you, but little moments of disrespect that you're not willing to deal with. And that could also be a reason for a lot of you, like maybe being cold to this person or shutting this person out, because I see this gate and it's like I can't get into this gate because I was kind of like kicked out. So I don't know if some of you literally kick this person out of your home or something like that, or if it just feels like they're being kicked out of your heart because of their disrespect, and now it's like they're being forced to acknowledge what they're doing wrong, what's not okay. Like, obviously, if this person is disrespecting you, they need to take responsibility for that and see what they did wrong. Because it's almost like you're not going to let them back in with the Queen of Wands if they continue that disrespect. Because the Queen of Wands is all about self-respect, self-worth, you know, knowing what you're deserving of and not settling for less, even though you love the person. So maybe you're in that energy right now and this person's realizing, oh, I can't get away with the things I've gotten away with before because they're not going to allow me to. This person has realized that you are not willing to deal and put up with disrespect anymore, that you are realizing your worth, your boundaries, and what you will not put up with. And so there's a fear that naturally comes with that tells them that if I don't start like working on myself or doing something, like this relationship is bound to end, or I'm bound to like get kicked out of their heart to something if you're not already broken up. And if they don't work on themselves, if you are broken up, then maybe they won't get you back. If that's even an option, maybe some of you don't even want this person back. But that's basically what I see from their thoughts whenever they see you, is that you found this newfound sense of confidence and self-worth that they just can't get away with the things they used to get away with. I hear the word blaming, so you guys still may be in this phase where when you're in conflicts with each other, there may be this blaming game where you tend to blame each other for the problems in your connection. And until both of you can take responsibility for where you've gone wrong, or maybe this person, if you haven't done anything wrong, then I don't think anything can progress forward until we take responsibility for where we've gone wrong, like I said. There are also themes of immaturity here, so that may reflect within their thoughts. And I'm hearing maybe I'm not ready to handle all of this. So they're wondering if they're truly ready to evolve and grow up here. I think a lot of you watching this pile are lover girls, lover boys. I'm seeing this really hopeless romantic energy coming from you, and maybe this person thought they could get away with certain things at the time because you were showing them so much love. And that's not your fault, but I think that because previously you didn't really have that self-worth to say, okay, if there's disrespect, I'm gonna leave, or I'm not gonna accept this type of disrespect, all that energy I spoke about. Maybe they thought they could get away with certain things because you would always be there to love them. But now they're realizing that maybe they were wrong about that. There's this newfound hidden power within you, and there could have been like these power play type of games with this person where they always like saw what they could get away with, and now they're realizing when they see you that they can't get away with those things they used to get away with. Another thing I see from their side is either they could be leaving you hints, like across their social media, for example, hints to do with their words, the things they're saying, their body language, about how they feel, what they're thinking. Or they could be thinking that you're leaving them hints. Like, let's say you post something on social media and they think it's about them, like a quote. So take it how it resonates. That's what I see here. I'm also hearing the word fate. So they could believe that you two were fated to meet each other, that fate was involved in your connection. So now I'm hearing a Men I Trust song. I think it's Men I Trust, if I'm not mistaken. And the song sounds like very peaceful. I'm not sure what song it is exactly. But maybe they're trying to bring peace back to this connection, or trying to find inner peace through the breakup. Something about that's coming through, and trying to almost just like slow down, because the song is like very slow and has like that melody that almost makes you want to fall asleep, but it kind of like has a dreamy vibe to it, the song. So maybe this person does daydream about you a lot whenever they see you, or daydream about you like when they see you on social media. Something like that's coming through. Now in my mind's eye, I'm seeing a clock, and once the clock strikes a certain time, the time is over. We don't have any more time left. So perhaps this person, whenever they see you, they think that they're running out of time. They either have to like work on things, fix things now, or it's kind of like it's now or never kind of energy coming from them. So, you know, even if you don't want them back, maybe they believe that they are running out of time. And if you've already decided you're going to leave, maybe they believe they're running out of time to fix things between the two of you. There's also this vibe from them where they believe that you're being secretive. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but this is what they believe. The Queen of Cups is showing up reverse. So they also believe that you're detaching from them emotionally. And while some of you may still be physically in this connection, you may be detaching emotionally because of all the years or months of baggage that has just built up and all the issues that have just built up, never being fully addressed or worked through. And so that's bound to happen in any connection where things are just building up like that. I feel like this person doesn't blame you for going through that, but they also know you deserve a lot better than what they're giving you. And you do deserve someone that can stand by your side and give that to you. And they're wondering if they're even able to give you what you need or want or even deserve in this connection. They're wondering if they have the capacity to show up for you in the way that you need. Now, a big worry of theirs is that they're just a knight and you're a queen, or you're a king and they're just like a princess or whatever. Like, there's this energy here of I worry that I don't amount to your level, if that makes sense, or like to give you what you need. They worry that if they stand by your side, they won't be seen as less than by other people, like less than you, if that makes sense. So we have a lot of queen cards here with both the queen showing up, and in my mind's eye I'm seeing this other queen from my Sims game. So for context, I just play Sims for fun a lot of the times, and I have this queen fairy in my game and I'm actually seeing her face. So you're showing up as this queen or king energy, and I guess they're wondering if they even match up to that, because I'm seeing a knight next to a queen, which is why I'm mentioning all of this. Okay, then we have the Seven of Wands reverse. So maybe you are trying to not shut them out completely. Even though you are emotionally detaching from them, maybe you're trying to almost just like give them a little bit of a chance, but you also don't want to get your hopes up and get disappointed later. So you're not fully giving in, you're not fully like trusting them, but you also have a little bit of a guard up. You are letting your guard down a little bit with them to give them a little bit of a chance and to almost like take a leap of faith in this connection, but you also don't want to be disappointed, so you're kind of halfway shutting out your heart, halfway letting the person in. And so there's this energy of like you being 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out of the door, just in case something happens. And this person is seeing that and thinking about that whenever they see you. They're noticing how you're kind of like acting towards them and thinking very deeply about that. And I think they're overthinking a lot about like if this is truly the end or not, because they feel as though they're maybe getting mixed signals from you and they don't know where they stand with you because of that. Then we have the Chariot card showing up next. They wonder if you guys will be able to overcome these problems that you're experiencing right now, because the Chariot can talk about that, especially like with the context of what we were already speaking about. But the Chariot can also talk about control in a relationship reading. Sometimes, not always. But in this case, I kind of see it as like them wanting to control themselves, unless there are like themes of control present in your relationship. If so, then that's a huge red flag that you should take a look at. But for most of you, I see this energy of self-control, like wanting to control their self, wanting to control their own actions, not make the same mistakes. I see this image of like someone treading carefully, trying to not get caught out in a mistake, or like I see someone like walking through these booby traps and they're trying to not like make a mistake where they would end up hurt. So I guess this person's kind of like thinking about treading carefully at this moment, not making any mistakes, not wanting to mess things up more. So that is what I do see in their thoughts. They also wonder if they're just making things up in their mind, if like things can actually be worked out, or if they're just looking at the situation with rose-colored glasses, if that makes sense. They wonder if you will fight for their connection the same way they believe that they're fighting for your connection. This is like a concern of theirs. And they're also scared of you finding somebody else much better than them, because I'm seeing this image right now of this beautiful like castle imagery. Again with like castles, kings, queens, anyways. And there's kind of like this bed frame with like a curtain covering the bed. So I can't see what's behind the bed. And then when I'm opening up the curtains, then I see you in bed with another person as that person when I'm in their energy. And then I guess that's like a fear of theirs, like finding you with somebody else, or maybe catching you cheating. Like even if you've never done anything like that, maybe that's like a huge fear of theirs, you finding somebody else and not like fully severing the connection with them and like playing them in a way. Or maybe that's the other way around, where you found them doing something like that. If that applies, then take it. If that is the case, then maybe they're thinking about like the regrets of cheating. I don't feel like that's for everybody unless that resonates like that, unless you found them actively doing that. So I guess just take it how it resonates here. But yeah, again, I guess this person fears you detaching and just like not caring about them anymore, caring about the connection anymore, which, you know, if they are doing these actions that slowly push you away, I don't blame you. Okay, we have the Three of Cups reverse showing up next. So this card in a relationship reading can sometimes point towards third-party situations. I'm not going to say that's for everybody, but I guess that kind of confirms what I said now. Maybe they fear you finding somebody else, or maybe if that has been a theme in your connection where they haven't been fully loyal, maybe they could be thinking about those situations. Let me see what I can get about that for those that resonates, if you don't just skip over the message. So in my mind's eye, I'm seeing a snake, which is associated with temptation according to the context of our question here. What we're looking at with like third party situations. And then I see them like not wanting to get stuck or entangled in. When I say entangled, it kind of reminds me of the Jada situation, Jada Will Smith. Anyways, I'm seeing this image of them like not wanting to get entangled into somebody else's like mess. So perhaps that's them like trying to avoid temptation in some way. Then we have the Emperor card showing up next. And in this reading, I just noticed like my hands are sweating a lot. So perhaps this person is very nervous about what's next, what's going to happen next. Like if you're still together, are you going to leave? If you're broken up, are you with somebody else? Are you seeing somebody else? That could be a genuine fear of theirs. So maybe they have a lot of fears, doubts coming up at this time that are kind of plaguing their mind whenever they see you, either in person or on social media. So they are thinking about talking with you like about these things in their mind. They just don't know how to bring it up exactly, and there is some sense of like wanting to control your reaction. And so I see them like practicing what they're gonna say and then thinking what your reaction would be, and then if your reaction was to be bad, they would kind of change how they would say the thing so that you have the perfect reaction. Because It's almost like this person doesn't want to mess up, like I said before, and they're treading carefully, and so they almost feel like they're walking on a tightrope, trying to say the right thing or do the right thing without upsetting you or making the situation worse than it already is. So that's kind of what I see here being present in their thoughts. As we end off, I'm just going to see if I can channel anything else about the situation and see what else I can get, and then we'll end off there. There could have also been a theme of selfishness present, where one or both parties in this connection was acting selfish, only thinking about themselves and their own needs, and pushing the other person's needs down to the side. So that could have also been like a big issue in your connection that caused conflicts or fights or even a breakup for some of you. And maybe they're thinking about that. This person wants to think about how they can do better, but they're still in denial kind of about their own actions. I see this thought process of like, maybe I was wrong to do this, and then by them like admitting that, I see this image of like light being brought in to their energy field. So that makes me think it would make them feel lighter energetically to just admit where they went wrong, take accountability. But then I see them resisting that at the same time. So like one part of them wants to take accountability if that was them. Another part of them wants to resist that. They feel like they need an instruction manual on how to deal with the situation. They just don't know what to do next. They feel very confused about what to do next. And I'm hearing what's the point? So maybe they are feeling a little bit hopeless at the moment, kind of thinking about that whenever they see you. Again, like wondering if these problems are even fixable or if they should just like scrap this whole connection and start over. I'm seeing a letter in my mind's eye, like a love letter. So perhaps they are thinking of communicating with you. However, I would be careful of like not necessarily saying or doing anything that could lead to a conflict, because that could also be on their side. But I just see that with communication, tread carefully, because there may be a chance of like you guys getting into a conflict after. Like maybe they have intentions where they want it to be a good conversation, but then it turns into a fight. So I'm seeing some kind of energy like that. And I am seeing something spiritually and energetically for you where I don't know how to explain this, but I see their energy kind of being imprinted on you. I'm trying to figure out what this is exactly. I've never seen this in a reading before. Okay, you and this person have had many past lives together, and perhaps there are certain lessons you're meant to learn from each other, because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye with many ups and downs. But in each past life, there's been like lessons you're supposed to learn together, but then either one party or both party didn't learn these lessons, and then they kind of like repeated itself. And each lifetime, it's kind of like it gets more difficult. That's kind of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And I'm seeing this person's energy being imprinted on you, activating something within you. It also keeps you stuck at the same time. I feel like being around this person energetically may make you feel stuck, may make you feel like you're not expanding or growing in the way you want. Like maybe this person's holding you back, keeping you stuck in a way. And I feel like that's maybe a message for you to consider as you're thinking about this person, thinking about what to do next, especially if you are thinking about fixing these issues. Think about like how ready this person is to deal with these things, and think about like what I just said. Is this person keeping you stuck? Is this person making you feel low all the time? That's really something to consider. as a message from Spirit. So that's where I'm going to leave the reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.